What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kane. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. First down here for the offense. Here's the give off the left side. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Powers through the defender. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Running back goes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Auburn lines up quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dumps it to the back. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 10! And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis. Getting set for the point after. with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Steps away to find some room. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Gets it out quickly. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Auburn going to work with another 1st down. Running to the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quick pass on the fly motion. He breaks a tackle. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. To the ground with the back. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. They'll try to snap it quickly. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. The give to the tailback. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback will audible.
Memphis 7, Auburn 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
When they pick up the first against zone coverage, the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. I mean, they're about to run out of plays. 12th play of the drive coming up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Using his feet. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. What a momentum changer as he makes the interception and then takes the return up to the 50.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on 4th down. Corners are going to bail. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And that pass is intercepted. Bust through behind his pad. Got some room to run. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Auburn.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Running to the left. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They run the reverse. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 7 over Texas A&M. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game.
Running toward the tape. At the 30. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Number 3.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
First and 10.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last two plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Got the big tight end on the corner route. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Inside the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is the most dangerous.
Comes out throwing on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Quick pass on the jet motion. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. He got it. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking deep. Snags it down the right side. Open runway ahead. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Banks. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now on first down from the 28. He's going to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll pull it down and run. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of...
Going up top. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Memphis. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Shakes off the tackler. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. The Tigers in the hurry up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to the big tight end. The freshman just a little too much on that one.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. On fourth down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
They'll run it from the gun. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hand off from the shotgun. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Getting some heat. Fires downfield. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Ohio. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
Fast motion from the offense. Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. The aerial assault continues. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He's looking for a man on second down. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. Soft spot in the middle. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you...
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unleashes it. Complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
17.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off the play fake on first down. He unleashes a long one. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we've played 3 quarters.
Memphis.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him this time. And he breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots and keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's one thing to get a few yards and, see quarterbacks slide. This guy gets to the second level, and he's got the speed to run away from DBs, to make people look silly. It's so nice having such a dynamic weapon at your quarterback position.
He'll bring it out. It's Banks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Defense not showing press coverage. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Oh, the ball's out. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. Throws for the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Gonna let it fly. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Wide out in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going for 6. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
The snap sets up the throw. Feeling some heat. Pulled down for the tackle.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. These corners backing off a bit. On the move. Got enough for the first. Oh, look out. There he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stint, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Motion from the offense. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Now they're going to throw it. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. Memphis wants to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it! They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Memphis! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it 1st down at the 40.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the...
He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice breakup.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
I understand being aggressive. I get that. Play callers in today's era are aggressive as they've ever been. But at the same time, we got to understand, 4th quarter, I got the lead. I've already messed it up once. I might want to try to think about what this guy can really do well and think about maybe milking some of that clock.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Quickly to the tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Spits it out to the back. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards, if that's your thing.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape.